What's up, everybody? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I hope y'all had a good day today. Hopefully, you did exactly what I did, which is absolutely nothing, and you went and enjoyed your day and didn't even watch the charts. I literally, aside from looking right now, could not tell you what happened today. I would assume choppiness, which is kind of what we covered last night. Expecting tomorrow to be relatively choppy as well. And then Wednesday, we should start getting some movement. I wouldn't be trying to trade this crap. If you did, this level here was not terrible for calls, but they didn't really give you much moves from here. And Theta probably destroyed you if you were using 0 DTs. Excuse me. I kind of lost track of time tonight. I have to be really quick on this video because my son has his music lesson here shortly, and I've got to go and take him to it. I got tied up teaching about bull flags and bear flags and didn't really think about what time it was. So let's crank this out. I already know I don't really have very much for you guys. I looked at a bunch of charts today. I didn't see any option setups. For people in Keenan's Discord, calls and puts, I called out today is a good day to pick up UPS and PFE. They're both at good levels, good prices. Also, what's it called? Oh, SRFM is a good price right now as far as a speculative play. It's a penny stock. Company looks like they're doing pretty good. And I think we might get a nice little run out of them. Could be a pretty nice payday. It's already gone from like, I don't know, recently from like $3 and some change all the way up to $9 and some change. And then fallen back down to just over $4. I think it's like $4.30 right now. Anyway, good pickup. I would grab some. Again, don't put a lot of money into it because it is a speculative play, but definitely worth looking into. Let's start charting really quick. And again, like I said, I have got to be laser fast. We are still in our balance, which was a 3-day balance, and now it's a 4-day balance. I had looked at my my high volume node charts, and it's really just not telling me anything other than there's a lot of either distribution or accumulation happening right in this area, kind of all right through here. It's kind of a mess, which is, it makes it hard to really kind of nail anything down. But there's just a ton of orders happening right through here. Again, they could be selling or they could be buying to go higher. My guess would be selling, but actually I'm pretty confident they're selling. But we'll cover that again in a minute here. Let's do our SIGs on the last 4 days. I just realized I'm a derp. Instead of deleting my SIGs, I should have just moved them to the new levels. That would have been a lot quicker. But why would I want to do it the easy way? I have to figure out what I'm going to do tomorrow. I kind of want to trade live, but I also kind of don't want to step on Keenan's toes because he'll be trading live. So I don't know. I might go live. I might not. I'll have to figure it out like tomorrow. I guess I could go live and just kind of pose it as I'm going to be trading futures and Keenan's going to be trading stocks. Alrighty, so there's our daily levels, our fibs. Am I crazy? Did we move our weekly levels? I don't feel like we did. It's Monday. I don't think we did our weekly levels last week. I could be wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. No, I'm not. Wow, I am an idiot. Is this right? Yeah, August 11th through August 15th. Nice. I have a feeling this level is going to be important. We're probably going to break out below, retest or tap this, come back inside our weekly, and then do the 80% to the upside. Or something to that effect. Oh my gosh, and I'm dumb. I'm drawing my weekly levels on 30 minutes. You guys need to put me in check. You need to put me in check. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to have to combine the single prints and my weekly value area high. All right. Back to reality, 30-minute. Let's check out TPO. Highly recommend not trading tomorrow as well. This is getting ugly. People might not agree with me on this one, and that's perfectly fine. This is going to be a poor low, at least in my book. Some people might say this is a single prints or a strong low. I'm not buying it. That's a poor low. All right. Let's look at our fear and greed index. We should be still just right in the middle of greed. Yeah. And then look at our calendar. Again, Wednesday is going to be the big day. But tomorrow we do have some stuff. An hour before the market opens, we have Canada's CPI, medium CPI, trim CPI, common CPI. And then China is having their 1-year loan prime rates and their 5-year loan prime rates 30 minutes before the open. New Zealand, 30 minutes after the open, we're going to be having official cash rate, monetary policy statement, and rate statement. And then an hour and a half after the open, press conference. 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time, England will have CPI year over year. This stuff will give us a little bit of volatility at least. But what we're really waiting for is this. On Wednesday, right? So tomorrow again should be fairly choppy. If you are going to try to trade, make sure you get like in the money contracts, further dates out, where you're not going to get destroyed by theta. Why do I consider it a poor low? Because of these. This and this. They're too close for my taste, for my liking, for me to consider this a strong low. But if you don't believe me, it's fine. You can mark it as a strong low and see what happens when price comes down here. So let's zoom out, look at our big picture. A lot of retail would be saying we have a bull flag here. And yeah, you're not wrong. But what scares me is we don't have any levels above this. So for now, we kind of have to assume this is resistance since we keep rejecting from there. And if this is a resistance level, then they're probably going to break down and go lower. We will know if we draw our fibs. If they break below 632.70, then this bull flag will be invalidated, right? If they're going to run this, we would expect them to bounce somewhere between the 786 level and the 6. What the hell is it called? 618. I couldn't English. 618 or 682, our golden pocket. But again, I think they're going to fake out retail here and bring this lower. Could be wrong. We will have to see what they do. But to me, this is looking pretty ugly, especially if we go to ES and we go to our higher time frame, meaning our daily time frame. This is looking more and more like a diamond top. And I hate the way TradingView snaps sometimes. Like, I'm trying to draw levels here. Like, I feel like I don't even have snap turned on. Okay. And then I don't know, something like this. It's kind of ugly. Oh god, stop snapping. It just won't let me do it. Okay, whatever. This is a little bit ugly, but I feel like we need one more candle, basically. Dude, I didn't try to draw that there. One more candle up here that we can draw this off of. Fuck me. Something like this would be then our diamond top pattern. And if you don't know what that means, diamond tops, ideally you would want to get in at the top, but what they do is they go from here and they just swoop. And then a diamond bottom would be the inverse. Obviously, it would be like a big run up. We see this happen when, obviously, like it's a combination of retail and a combination of institutional buyers and sellers. In this case, it would be institutional selling, and it's a massive amount of selling, and they send it really low, right? Is it okay to risk a bit higher with SIGs? I don't think it's okay to ever risk a bit higher, right? Like, your risk tolerance should be a percentage of your portfolio. So your risk should be about anywhere from 1 to 3% of your entire portfolio size per trade. And so basically, like if you had a $10,000 portfolio, that would mean you can risk $100 to $300 per trade. It doesn't mean you're buying. I'm just going to use options just because it's easier. That doesn't mean that you're limited to buying a contract that's $300 in size. It means that you're limited to, like, let's say a $900 contract where you're risking $300 or like $150. But that's, I mean, your risk shouldn't change based on the setup, unless you're bringing your risk down. So like for me, if I have like a really good high quality setup that I feel like is going to be right around my 70-80% win rate, I'm going to go with my normal sizing, right? And if I have a setup where I don't feel quite as confident, I'll normally lower my risk by half. So like, let's say on my general, everyday trades, A++ setups, I'm risking 3% of my portfolio size. When I don't feel as confident about a trade, but I still want to take it because I think there's a good chance, it's going to hit, I'll reduce that risk down to 1.5% versus the 3%. But never am I going up above like that 3% threshold. I'm never like, oh, like all of this is lining up, so let me risk 10% of my portfolio because this looks so amazing, right? We're always trading probabilities, and with probabilities, like we have to shut up, Corey. Sorry, I just read your message about 30-minute chart for weekly. Yes, thank you. I know. Thank you. Yep. I'm stupid. But yeah, so anyway, we're never risking more than that 3% of our portfolio, regardless of how good we think the setup is, right? So never, ever, ever are we increasing. It's okay to decrease your risk, again, if you don't feel as confident about a setup, but you still want to take the trade. But never are we going like, let me risk 5% or 10% or whatever, because we think we have a better odds. Futures right now is selling off, it looks like. They opened and started running. This is our opening candle right here. And so they opened, and I mean, it's not huge, but like roughly 10 points. And now they've sold off and they've gone below the open. If they're going to do anything overnight, a retest of this would be great, to take it down lower. This is worth watching for future traders waiting for a 3 5-minute candles below retest. Take it short. Okay, let's open up our other chart. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to provide a whole lot of context or give us any help with direction, but I want to show you guys what I'm seeing, so you guys can understand what I'm seeing and understand why I'm like, this is not going to do shit for us, because there is just nothing there, other than a very large range of either a lot of buyers or a lot of sellers, or I should say aggressive buyers or aggressive sellers. So, I'm going to go back a little bit just to kind of show, for people that haven't seen this. Generally, we'll have like a consolidated area where there's a significantly larger volume of orders, right? And then once we have that, we wait for full body candles above or full body candles below. Once we get this, we wait for the retest, and then we go in the same direction, right? In this case, it would have ended up eventually going way higher. They gave us another retest and then another retest, and then they finally sent it. Came back, retested here, didn't get... I mean, this is still a good move for futures. And then another retest and kind of bounce from there. But today, this level was not really respected, right? And I talked about that. Like, it's kind of getting run through at this point. We now need to take this level off of our chart. It's not giving us any valuable information. If we go backwards again, like we see a large cluster of orders here. We have a large cluster of orders here, large cluster of orders here. And then again, relative to everything else, right? There's no real significant volume of orders aside from here. If we look at current price action, I'm going to start extending these out. We already have these on our SPY chart though. You'll see there's no cluster. It's a cluster fuck. Like, I can't draw a range around this because, I mean, this level here is not huge, but there's some significant orders here, nothing too crazy. And then we have some significant orders here, again, nothing too crazy. Up here, we have more significant orders, but then up here again, we've got significant orders, right? And then we've got some up here, and then we've got some down here, and then we've got some here, and then we've got some up here, and then we have some more here, and then we've got like a massive cluster up here, and then we've got some down here. And then a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, some here, a little bit down here, some more here, some more there, some more there, some more there, here, here, here. And so, as you guys can probably see, the more we look at this, and then this is today's price action, we really only have like significant orders there, here, here, a little bit down there, some more here, some more there, some more up here, here. But there's nowhere, maybe I can draw a range on this price action. What the hell are you doing? My computer's just like bing, bing, bing. Yeah, this is tough. See, I can't really do this. I feel like it's just too big of a range. This is 8 points. But like, we can't ignore this, right? We also can't ignore this. I mean, we could ignore like 1 point and make it 7 points. We definitely can't ignore this, right? Or this. But it's too big of a cluster. And then we've got all these orders up here. But I guess these ones weren't respected. Right? So like if we draw a box on like some of the more significant orders here, it wasn't respected. Right? So this and this, we would have expected a bounce here, and we ended up slicing through. And then here, same thing, like wicking back through. So this isn't a reliable level. this probably becomes something, but they're going to need to. I don't use these tools here, but they're going to need to do this and then come back and retest this zone. And then that would be your entry. Or they need to do the same thing above, retest, go higher. But the thing is right now, I don't feel comfortable, putting like a 7-point range on my chart. We can do it, and you guys can see how price reacts to it tomorrow. But this is not my jam, and I would rather just wait for them to give like clear direction. So this is 63 to 71. I would rather wait for clear direction and go from there. 63 to 71. You know what? I'm going to put a couple MES short, really small position at 66. And you could target. I mean, so if you want to be safe, you could target 59. If you want to be more risky, you could target 51. But yeah, I'm going to put an order short at 66. I'm literally... So my normal sizing when I trade is 1 ES or sometimes 2 ES. And if I'm less confident about a trade, I'll generally take like 5 MES. I'm putting in an order for 2 MES because this is... Again, like there's a chance they do this, but there's also a chance we just kind of chop sideways. Stop loss 72.50. I want to make sure I'm happy with this. Not really. $73.50 doesn't make me much happier, so I have to go with that. Target 51. I'm actually going to make it 51.25. Just in case they shortchange. Anyway, so let's transfer this level over to SPY. Looks like the body of... Nah, that's in the middle of the night. All right, so the top of the 630 candle. The top of this trash to the bottom of this trash. It's a little bit higher than the 630 candle. Something like that. And the body of the 655 candle. I just got filled short. So there's our zone. Let me give you guys the actual levels. 642.73 to 643.50. Tomorrow we really want to see, or in the overnight session, full body 30-minute candle, open and close above or below this level, retest it, play it down. My first target would be the previous week value area low. Second target would be buy side high volume node. I'm not going to give you guys any entries or exits today just because, I mean, other than what I just said, you guys shouldn't be trading. Just sit out tomorrow. It's just not worth it. If it looks like we're going to have some volatility, actually, sorry, let me close this chart really quick. That way I can see your guys' conversation. So if it looks like there's going to be some volatility tomorrow, I'll go live. If it looks like it's going to be trash PA like today, I'm not going to go live. And then unfortunately, why would the SIGs shorty posted be invalid? Hey Nora. What's it called? Oh, so unfortunately Wednesday I have to go do a stupid class at work. Workplace violence. And the class makes me feel violent. Makes me angry. Every year I have to go do this class and it's like so redundant and it's 4 hours wasted. Plus I have to sit in traffic and, well, kind of sit in traffic. I ride a motorcycle, but, yeah, just not an enjoyable morning. I'd rather be making money trading. But maybe I'll be home in time for, what's it called? FOMC minutes. And maybe we can trade that live or something. We'll have to see what happens. But again, I would just sit tomorrow out. It's probably going to be trash. If I see anything worth trading, I'll hop on. If not, I'll probably just be sleeping in. Let me post this really quick in Keenan's. All right, and I did good. I have 10 minutes before I have to walk out the door to my son's band practice. Isn't the price supposed to be in the 6? Armin, me and Shorty are completely different people. So just because Shorty's looking at something doesn't mean I'm going to be looking at the same thing. We don't trade the same. There's times where he's long and I'm short, and there's times where he's correct and I'm correct, and there's times Shorty's wrong and I'm correct. There's times I'm wrong and Shorty's correct, and I'm going to trade what I see. I'm going to go off what I'm looking at. and you have to figure out what works for you and what levels you want to trade. So no, I'm not saying Shorty's levels are invalid. Shorty doesn't look at high volume nodes like I do, and right now losing the bottom of this is going to be good for lower. And I just realized I'm an idiot because I should be waiting for a 30-minute candle opening and closing below this and then retesting this zone and then getting in short. I put the horse before the carriage. So, but whatever, I'm in the trade now. I'm not going to change anything based on what I just figured out, other than I'm an idiot. And this is probably me just being impatient because I haven't traded, let's see, I think since last Wednesday. I took, let's see, where is it? Yeah, so I took a trade Wednesday night that I closed Thursday morning, and I haven't traded since then. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I just took a trade right now. And again, I think I jumped the gun. I need to wait for that full body candle below to verify that these are sellers here. But I'm pretty convinced they're sellers, but still shouldn't be taking a trade until I verify that they are sellers. All right. So areas, again, if I thought it was going there, I wouldn't be getting in short here. But, I mean, anything's possible. I haven't charted ES yet, so I don't even know where the previous day POC is. And sorry, I have my son just had one of his band practices today, so I have like songs stuck in my head right now. But I kind of always have songs stuck in my head. I love music. All right. Yeah, I mean, maybe it does go to the previous day POC. Maybe it does go to the previous day value or high. Like I said, I probably got into this early, but we will see. I think this was a fumble on my behalf, and it is what it is. This is definitely me being impatient and not really thinking through what I'm looking at. Because, again, I need that full body candle below this level before I consider getting in, and I don't have that. And so far this has just been chop, right? So there's a good chance we chop and go back above and then come back and they stop me out, you know. But I am imperfect, and if this trade goes against me, I will journal it and document why I did this and what was wrong. And if it goes in my favor, I'll still journal it and document what I did wrong, which I've already kind of shared with you guys, right? Areas, it's really just not even a big deal. Let's look at it really quick. 2 MES. This is not changing my portfolio in any way whatsoever if it hits or if it loses. But I can show you guys the exact numbers. So I'm risking $65 to make $147.50, and then also fees, of course. So this is not changing the account, right? And it's also an eval account, so whatevers. I left TopStep and joined a new prop firm because TopStep has done away with Quant Tower. I was kind of a little bit foolish. Like, I kind of purposely, or maybe not foolish, but when TopStep announced that they were getting rid of Quant Tower and only doing what's it called? They're only doing the why can't I English Top Step X platform. I kind of made up my mind, like, time for me to move on and find a different, or go back to like Apex or whatever, or maybe try a different prop firm. And so what I did was basically took a payout and took like the maximum I could take, left myself very little drawdown, and then kind of just YOLO'd the account. Like, didn't really care if I lost, because I wasn't going to stay with Top Step anyway. And when I YOLO'd, they weren't good YOLOs, and so ended up blowing the account. Areas I do both. I trade my own accounts, and I also trade prop firms. With my own account, they're smaller. With prop firms, I'm trading larger sizing. So anyway, yeah, the what's it called? Yeah, so I YOLO'd the account after I took the payout, and just basically blew the account and then moved on. Went with a different company because they no longer meet my needs. So with that said, as always, much love, much respect to everybody. I'm going to go take my son to his band practice once again. I will see you all tomorrow. Much love, much respect. Peace out. Bye.